What's hood with you? This is Opinionated 3000. I'm your host, Mr. Opinionated. Let's jump right in and see what they got cooking.
A shocking murder investigation unfolding in Ventura County tonight involving a Camarillo plumber who detectives say poisoned an elderly customer to steal his money. The plumber was already facing murder charges in connection with another homicide when detectives discovered the sinister plot.
Mary Beth McDade is live in the KTLA News Center with a chilling
They got plumbers out here hitting licks like that. This dude's already wanted in another murder. Man.
Was already facing murder charges in connection with another homicide when detectives discovered the sinister plot.
Mary Beth McDade is live in the KTLA News Center with the chilling details. MB.
Mike and Chair, prosecutors were preparing their case against this Camarillo plumber for allegedly murdering a co-worker for financial gain. That's when they say they discovered some suspicious bank activity between the plumber and another man. That man had supposedly died of natural causes, but they say after exhuming his body, they learned he had actually been murdered with fentanyl.
38.
Man, fentanyl has been doing its thing. Y'all know that's how Prince died. That was my very first time ever hearing about fentanyl, too. And it seems like since then, I know personal people who have overdosed from it. I mean, it just like took over everything. They putting it in weed nowadays. I mean, it's anything that you can think of that's like a extracurricular type drug, a recreation drug, they lacing it with fentanyl now. I mean, everything. If they putting it in weed, then you know your ass better watch out. It's only a moment of time before it's in Girl Scout cookies. I'm just saying. I mean, if it's in weed, it's in everything. Everything.
8-year-old Rothery Foster, a plumber from Camarillo, was awaiting trial for murdering his co-worker, 35-year-old Jose Velasquez, when Ventura County prosecutors say they made a startling discovery. Velasquez wasn't the first man Foster had allegedly murdered for money.
As they saw a troubling and similar pattern, the potential for murder for financial gain.
Foster was charged last summer for murdering Velasquez, whose body was found in the Santa Monica Mountains in October 2022. Authorities say they learned Foster had been using the victim's credit card.
That the defendant violently and forcibly took ATM passwords and checks from Velasquez and used those financial instruments for gas, cash, clothing, and food.
In preparation to prosecute Foster for Velasquez's murder, they obtained the victim's bank records and noticed several suspicious bank transactions between Foster's account and an account belonging to 72-year-old Bill Levy of Granada Hills. Prosecutors began looking into what the connection was between Foster and Levy.
Mr. Foster, it was learned, worked for a large plumbing company who had dispatched to the Granada Hills townhouse on several occasions.
They also discovered that Levy, who was never married and lived alone, had been found dead in his townhouse on January 10th, 2022, supposedly from natural causes. And all those suspicious deposits from Levy's account into Foster's took place the next day. Well, authorities thought that was too much of a coincidence and had Levy's body exhumed.
The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office performed the autopsy, and the results showed that Mr. Levy's cause of death was the effects of fentanyl, and they ruled Mr. Levy's manner of death as a homicide.
After further investigation, Foster was arrested for Levy's murder this past Monday. So how did the medical examiner miss this years ago? Well, the DA says an autopsy was never originally conducted.
See, I thought they did an autopsy whenever somebody died. I thought that was just part of the process. Does the family have to ask for it, or does it have to be like a suspicious thing going on with it in order for them to automatically do it? Because I just assumed if you died, they did an autopsy.
The medical examiner had conversations with the primary care physician of Mr. Levy. There were conversations about the state of his health, and it was determined on the basis of those conversations that an autopsy was not needed, that most likely the cause of death was of natural causes.
Prosecutors say they've linked Foster to other crimes and other victims, and tell us he has also served time in the early 2000s for manslaughter and assault with a deadly weapon.
So this man just out here hitting licks then. He already killed 2 other people. And look at him. If you just looking at his picture, he looks like the average dude you'll see at the bar. He could even be the bartender himself. This dude just looks like a random person. He don't look like he like really about that action. And I know evil doesn't have a certain look nowadays, but you wouldn't think it would be him. Yeah, not at all.
In the early 2000s for manslaughter and assault with a deadly weapon. For now, reporting live here in News Center, Mary Beth McDade. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Mary Beth, thank you.
All right. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Go ahead and like, subscribe, tell a friend, share. I can use all the support I can get nowadays. Opinionated 3 Stacks out.